All right, so after just a little bit of caressing, I did have to add 2 more tools to my tool list here. I'll show you guys in a second. So these are held on by a very small nut. It's actually a locking nut. And so did require, again, just a little caressing. I did add 2 basic wrenches, and one to hold it from the top, one to hold it from the bottom. The great thing about these terminals is that the thread is actually attached to the whole body. So when you hold it from the bottom, it actually gives you a little bit of leverage. So that's great. One thing I always find funny is, obviously in the car audio business, right? We all love our oxygen-free copper as big as it can be, minimizing resistance and having copper. But you know, these are steel, right? So you're running your 8-10 gauge wire that you spent quite a bit of money on, and running it to this terminal, which is steel. It's magnetic. It's not a very good conductor, right? So it is a resistance point, but I know that gets overlooked. Now I know some manufacturers obviously avoid all this together, and you see the tensile leads are directly soldered to a higher gauge wire, like an 8 gauge or even some 4 gauge, which is great, but it's just kind of to point out. I know we kind of flaunt, hey, you gotta have this, you gotta have that, but unfortunately, guys, there's things that you just gotta realize that, not that that's gonna majorly impact overall performance, but just do realize that you're running all that pretty copper into a piece of stainless steel that's carrying all the current, right? And at the end of the day, all that current you're running is also running across these 2 tensile leads. And to even make it worse, you know, you've got a junction between the tensile leads and the copper coil or aluminum coil, which is pretty thin metal. So again, it's great that you minimize all the resistance until these points, which you're still going to see performance, but just do realize that not everything is what everybody makes it seem to be. But anyways, that's going on a tangent. Next, I'm going to be removing the spider and the spider ring. So I'm going to take my Allen wrench and just kind of work my way around it. That ring should pop up. I believe usually they put adhesive under there, but I'm not sure how Skar did it here. So let's give it a shot.